What I am going to tell you today, I am going to tell you today about the examination, general physical examination, how to do that examination in a certain patient. Like all the other clinical methodologies, the rules at the start will always remain the same. Approach from the right side, and then obviously introduction with the patient, proper and adequate exposure, and the desired exposure if this patient is exposed just above the ankle as far as his lower limbs are concerned, and preferably up to the mid of the arm as far as upper limbs are concerned. That will be adequate exposure, and obviously proper consent should be taken before we uh, start examining the patient. As far as general physical examination is concerned, the first thing is what we call domino. We'll be explaining about the general appearance of the patient. So what you'll be doing, you'll be standing here besides the patient, and then we'll be looking at the face, overall general appearance of the patient, and then you will be commenting like that. A young boy, a healthy looking young boy of average height and physique is lying on bed comfortably, if having a pillow underneath his hat, you can speak that about that thing. If he's having some ivy branla in his arm, you will be telling us that he is having that ivy branla in his arm, over the dorsum of his hand, wherever that is. And similarly, if you are finding something very obvious over the patient, like a patient is having puffiness, perion puffiness, you will be commenting about that. If the look is pale, you will be commenting about that. If he is in obvious respiratory distress, आपको comment करना होगा. Same way, if he is having edematous body, so you can comment on that edematous body. If he is having moon face, you will be commenting that a patient is having moon face. So whatever is obvious, you will give that comment in introduction, right? And then we start with the routine general physical examination. In that general physical examination, for ease of understanding and for memorizing things in a good way, remember 12 things are always very important. So remember the rule of 4, 4 and 4. 4 important physical signs including cyanosis, clubbing, jaundice and pallor must never be forgotten. Then 2 in the neck and 2 at peripheries. 2 in the neck, JVP and thyroid must never be forgotten, and 2 at peripheries, edema feet, and then lymphadenopathy. That should never be forgotten. So 4 important physical signs, 2 in the neck and 2 at peripheries, these 4, and 4 important vitals: respiratory rate, pulse, blood pressure, temperature. So these 12 things must never be forgotten. You will always be mentioning these things. Obviously there are a lot of other important physical signs, but at least you should comment, even in a normal person you should comment about these 12 things always. We'll be starting examining from the hands. Start basically. And we'll be seeing abnormalities in hand like pallor, hypothenor eminences, thenar eminences, Dupuytren's contracture if there is any abnormality. And then very important thing, nails. There are a lot of findings in nails like cyanosis, clubbing, similarly splinter hemorrhages. You can find leukonychia. What you will be doing then, you will be palpating the pulps for ossular nodes. Similarly, you will be palpating the fingers for Ebenden's node, Bouchard's node. You will be looking at the dorsum of the hand for intraosseous wasting, like in the setting of rheumatoid arthritis or small muscular problems, small muscle diseases. So this is how you will be seeing these things. As you will be shaking the hand, you will be looking for warmth, different kind of things which will be examined. So what we'll be seeing here at level of our eyes, we'll be seeing, and if we are having a card, we'll be placing that card over that finger and we'll be looking whether this angle is there or not. We'll also be asking the patient to place his fingers like that, and that way we can also see whether there is some element of clubbing or not. Just go. So that way we can see, appreciate clubbing. Fine. So next is then I'll be examining the pulse. I'm having a watch and I'll be counting the pulse rate for 15 seconds if it's normal, and for 30 seconds if this is irregular. So as this is not complete examination of pulse, I'll just be focusing on rate and rhythm. Apart from it, I'm not doing any examination. So here I examine the pulse. Then as I'll move upward, I'll be seeing this epitrochlear lymph node on both sides. So it is the trochlea and I'll be seeing this epitrochlear lymph node. As I'll be moving ahead, I'll be skipping axillas. I'll examine them lately. Now I'll be focusing on the eyes. So in eyes, I'm going to see pallor, I'm going to see jaundice. So first, I'll be asking the patient to look towards my hand. मेरे हाथ को देखिए. अब हाथ को देखिए. Now I'm looking towards the conjunctiva. ऊपर देखें. So that way ऊपर देखें, नीचे देखें. That way I'll be examining the eyes of the patient, and then I'll be examining the oral cavity. So I need a light for that. I'll be examining oral cavity, and what I'll be seeing there, I'll be seeing one oral hygiene. Then खोलिएगा. जुबान दिखाएं. ऐसे बाहर. ठीक. ऐसे तालु खुल गए. Thank you. So what I have done here, so I have seen the tongue, the dorsum of the tongue for jaundice. Similarly, the dorsum of the tongue for cyanosis and pallor, and the undersurface of the tongue for jaundice. So remember, undersurface for jaundice and the dorsum of the tongue for pallor and cyanosis. Over the lips, I will be seeing that cyanosis, and then we move to neck. So what we are as we are seeing neck here, so I will be skipping lymph nodes. We'll be seeing at the end of the examination, and what I am seeing here, I'll be asking the patient to move at 45 degree, and I'll be looking for JVP, and if the venous pulses or JVP is visible, I'll be obviously then having an assessment whether this JVP is raised by properly examining that JVP. After that neck, what I'll be doing, I'll be going down and I'll be examining for lymph nodes, inguinal lymph nodes. So inguinal lymph nodes are in T shape. Wherever the vessels are, lymph nodes are always beside those vessels. So I'll be examining for these lymph nodes like that on both sides. And then I'll be looking for edema. Ankle edema, I'll be placing my thumb here for 10 to 15 seconds, and then I'll be looking for the edema. The area which you should press should always be over the bony prominence, just above the medial malleolus. You should preferably press this thing. Then I'll be asking the patient to sit for me. What I'll be doing here, I have skipped the two vitals. Obviously, one is checking temperature by using thermometer. So right at the start of the examination, obviously, we'll be placing that thermometer in the axilla of the patient, and we'll be asking the patient, we'll be checking that temperature after 1 minute. And we have also not checked blood pressure here. I'm skipping it as we have already told you how to check the blood pressure. So that is a routine part of cardiovascular system examination, and in GP as well, you have to check that blood pressure. So now what I am doing, आपने उधर मुँह कर लेना उस तरफ को. Now I am going to examine his ऐसे चौकड़ी मार के बैठ जाएंगे. So what I am going to do now, I am going to examine lymph nodes. How to examine these lymph nodes? This is submental group, this is submandibular group, this is jugulo-omohyoid and jugulo-digastric group. Then this is anterior cervical area, this is supraclavicular area, this is posterior cervical area, pre-auricular area, this is post-auricular area, and here we are palpating the occipital area, right? So that is all about this lymph node examination. Then I'll be examining axillary lymph nodes. ऐसे हो जाएं. So how to examine these axillary lymph nodes? You will be using the same arm like the patient arm. Only with your single arm you can comfortably palpate the lymph nodes, right? Obviously, for examination of lymph nodes, the patient should have his shirt off so that you can comfortably examine the lymph node. So what I am doing here with my right hand, this is patient's right arm, resting over my right arm, right? And with my right hand I am here examining the lateral group, lateral axillary group. And with the opposite arm, I'll be examining the remaining axillary lymph node group. So this is anterior axillary group, then this medial one, I'm not supposed to like use my other hand, so comfortably I can see, and then apical group, and then I'll be also palpating for posterior axillary group. Again, you are seeing here that with the opposite arm, what I am doing here, this is medial group of lymph node I am palpating, anterior axillary group, then apical group, and then this way posterior axillary fold, and I am examining that group. And with the same arm, I'll just be examining the lateral axillary group. Here, I'll also be looking for thyroid, which we skipped earlier during the examination. It's better to see thyroid in extended position of neck. पानी का घूंट बने, ऐसे जैसे पानी का घूंट बनती है. So that way you will be examining for thyroid. ठीक हो गया. And then I'm looking for this sacral edema at this area. And that way, the examination, you complete your examination. This is all about general physical examination. Thank you very much. GP, it's very simple, very calculated and very simple.